Afternoon all, how we doing? Hopefully we're all good today. No issues. Never is any issues, is there? Never no technical problems. But we're here. We're here. Right, let me just get me chat up. Let's get me chat up. Get the old chat up. Quite a few in already by the looks of it. Probably the lip sync's not right. I did have a look at that this morning. I did shoot a quick video and it wasn't far off, to be fair. So I'm hoping that's not too bad. So we've got Martin who's in England but not able to join the stream. So yeah, National Treasure. This is Clints. Pride and Joy. This is Clints 2001D. Anybody that doesn't watch Oxford's Shortwave Logs channel, there's a link to it in the description of this video. So make sure you pop along and you'll see this radio in its previous form in action. And Clint has used this radio a hell of a lot. Probably his most used radio, I'd think. So nice of him to trust me with it, and look to me to do some upgrades and give it a bit of a refresh. Tim's in. Hi Tim. Aaron. Sunny and slightly breezy. We've had a fair few rain showers here, Aaron, but it's quite nice at the moment. Nick's in. Hi Nick and Bob. Ricardo's in. Who else we got? Nick, Bob, Ricardo, Benji. There he is. How you doing, Benji? So yeah, today we've got to make a start on this radio. I don't know how far we'll get, but they do take a lot of time to sort properly. So I suppose if you did one flat out, you could do it maybe in a day. I don't know, but yeah, you could do it in a day. Let's cap there. Might need that one there. Just had a couple of showers. So what were we doing last week? The Pro 80. What a nightmare that was. So Vincent's Pro 80 all done, finished, working, but not working. So recapped it all, done the backlight, did everything, all great, put it back together, everything back together as it should be, switched it on, working fine until I switched to FM. And FM does not work. Well, it does, but it's really, really faint. I don't know whether it's something to do with the IF or RF section. One of the FM sections has got a problem, and you know, it's one of those things. I could try and do it in the stream, but the problem is it's such a time-consuming job just trying to go through every little tiny component. You know, there's little miniature transformers and inductors in there that've got to come out to test because they've got components across them in circuit. Checking off voltages is not just easy as just look at that and test that voltage. Really, there's so many components in there that you've just got to really get a chart going with all the components and what values you're expecting to see on them, and go through them one by one, which takes a hell of a lot of time. So I've now got two Pro 80s that I fixed but aren't working properly, and the SW77 again fixed but not working properly. That's got FM issues. AM's fine. So it's like there's something common to all of these radios that for some reason FM is not working. Really strange. So we might do a first aid stream one day where I just get all these things and say, right, come on, let's see if we can fix it between us. But it's a bit of a task, to be fair. David's in. How you doing, mate? I thought you might be able to pop in if we were an hour earlier. Reason we're a bit earlier today is Mrs. Cruncher's at work. so she finishes around 4. Plus today we've got the Dutch Grand Prix, which I'm going to miss. I am going to miss that, but we should be able to do it on catch up later. And also the darts is on tonight. One of the Belgian Open Championships is on tonight. So there's all sorts of things to watch. And say Mrs. Cruncher finishes around about 4, so she'll be over about 4:15, 4:45. So we'll probably look to fold up around about the 5 o'clock mark. So it gives us plenty of time to crack on with this, and we'll get it finished up hopefully next weekend. Stream Elements is in. Stream Elements bot is running. Always thanks, David. Always good to have you on board, mate. It says learn how to customize. The bot is running, but my messages aren't on. I don't know what's going on with that. It looks like they've changed it. They've updated it, haven't they? Yeah, of course they have. Of course they have. Yeah, great. So, I mean, I should be logged in. Obviously, I'm logged in. Commands, 2 items. Commands? No, it's not commands. Timers? I don't know I can't remember how I set all this up now. It's typical, isn't it? It's me thinking I got everything sorted today. And no, it's not. It's not. Oh well. We'll leave that for another day. So, David Tag, how are you, mate? Pardon me. Dart season yet? Yeah, you're thinking of the pheasant season, I think, Bob. But yeah, Christmas streams. Well, we're nearly in September, aren't we? It's got to be three months, 12 weeks. Hell. So yes, this is today's victim. Now I've gone ahead and taken it out of the case because we did test this in a stream a while back. So I've taken it out of the case. I've just turned it over really to take a picture of the shields on the back because these have all got to come off. That's the business end of it. Can't really see anything wrong. I've been and taken a couple measurements. Well, just using the power supply really on what it's drawing current wise. It seems high. 120 milliamps on minimum volume seems quite high. It is working though. It's working on all bands. But the only thing I did think was maybe because this is the sort of power amp section, and this cap here does look like it's very slightly bowed on the top, so that one may have gone low in value, but apart from that I can't really see any issues. All came apart fine. Funny enough, stuck in the back of the radio were these, inside the radio, with these here. So this is someone's little frequency charts. Now, I take it shortwave radio, 97.7, that seems more like FM, doesn't it? 107.7, 92, DLF, DLR, Docklands Light Railway, shortwave radio, and that's just the menus. But there was 2, and these were stuck in the back. So I think what's happened is when someone's put these in the back, because there's like a little sliding compartment at the back that you can put your frequency list in. I think what's happened, someone's put these in, they've slid the thing over, and these have got pushed inside the radio, and that's where they've lived for a long time. And it does look, I mean, what, is that German? Anybody recognize that language? It's a little bit of history that probably Clint didn't know was actually in there. Yeah. Anybody know what that says, or what is? It's either Austrian or German, something like that, is it? Übereinkunft, ein Nutzer, ein Schlung. Looks like German, doesn't it? I'm sure one of our German friends can jump in and do an interpretation on that for us. But yeah, they sit in the back of the radio. Now let's see if I can get the back of the radio up here just to show you where they sit. Zoom you out a little bit. So yeah, you've got this little pull-out section here. Where am I? It's this little pull-out section here, and on one side you've got your, cool, that's a bit stiff. You've got your sort of like quick instructions, but on the other side you can actually put some frequency lists, and someone I think has stuck those in by the looks of it, like that, and they've dropped out. So it looks like that's what's happened. So there you are, a bit of history with the radio. Multi afternoon, German lessons, yeah. Hi Sandra. Blair's blowing a gale here as well. So yeah, someone's not stuck that label there on particularly well. Look, can you see there's a kink in the middle of it? So every time you try and pull it out, it's rubbing on that label, which is making it stiff. But yeah, so I thought I'd share that with you. I doubt whether that ever comes out of there. It does look like the plastic film is still on this bit as well. You can just about see the edge of the film there, look. So, you know, if you wanted to be really finicky, you could try and peel that off, but I won't, because I think you need to probably put a little bit of heat on it, and it could lift some of this, being it's been down there for so long. So it's been on there since new. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that. Just deviating from the video, but just a bit unusual to see that in there, that was all. Okay, as I say, I'm sure you've all seen me take one of these apart before. I've not seen other people do it, but there's two ribbon cables in here you've got to be really careful of. These horrible little ribbon cable holders, we'll push those down actually so they don't fall off. So yeah, it's going to be recapping this thing. Clint wants it recapped. They do perform better if they're recapped. We've also got to do the audio mods on it as per Adele, and I'll see if I can find you a link in a bit, and I'll put a link in the description to Adele's. Adele does the audio upgrade kit for this, and he also does a replacement capacitor kit, loads of bits and pieces for it. We've also got a couple new front end FETs to put in, one of the inductors to lift off over here, so the front end FETs for AM are over here, and one of these inductors, I can't remember which one it is, I think it's L305, we lift out to increase the sensitivity on the bottom end of the radio. So yeah, there's some audio caps, there's some bipolar caps got to go in, all sorts of bits and pieces. So it's just a case of cracking on and getting it all out. I'm going to replace the wide filter with a slightly narrower one to enable us a bit better DX on it. What else have we got to do? We've got to do the LED. The LED's got to be done. We've got to reinforce the battery compartment. Don't know what the terminal's like on this one for the battery. A little bit of corrosion on the board. I did notice there's a little bit of battery leakage. Yeah, maybe we need to just reflow that there to give us a better grounding. So yeah, let's crack on and make a start, shall we? Afternoon, Derek. I also put a link in the video to a WhatsApp feed. Now, I thought that would be like a feed where you could all sort of get together and message each other and all the rest of it. It's not. It's just basically a thing for me, really, to put posts out, let you know what's going on. So it's same as the YouTube community posts, apart from you can't reply to them, which seems really weird, but you know, WhatsApp for you. I think I can create a WhatsApp account with my WhatsApp group with my personal account, so that might be something that I ever go at some stage. Anyway, so yeah, I've taken the ferrite rod connections off. I've taken the little connection off on the back of the board. I've taken the speaker wires off. Lots of things. Well, let's see if we can go ahead and get this off. These have got to come off to do the recap, unfortunately. They're a pain in the neck, but they've got to come off. Get the desoldering tool up and running. I have cleaned that out as well. Look at me, I'm properly organised today. It's unreal. I say, sorry to keep on with these Sony radios. I know a lot of you prefer the vintage sort of old school radios and Volvo radios. I've still got the Dan set to do. I must get back on that one, but this one is further up the queue than the Dan set, to be honest. I just popped the Dan set on a bit earlier than scheduled because I thought it might be interesting, which it certainly was. But like everything, it ain't working, you know. Nothing works, does it? That one's lifted, that one should be lifted. Yeah, it's not the easiest of shields to get off, this one. SMD components all round it, so there's a highly likely chance we'll suck one of those up in the solder sucker. There's this degraded bit of foam here that is in the way of a load of connections as well. Yuck. Yuck. This foam stuff, ugh. The thing is, it's very difficult to replicate this stuff. We got closed cell foam, which John Turner very kindly sent me some of that. I haven't heard from John for a while, actually. I hope he's all okay. But yeah, you can get the closed cell foam, which is the modern stuff, but the old, like, foam as we know it, this sort of stuff, is very hard to get. I mean, I could probably cut a piece of that and put in there. That would do the job. Guess you got to just lift them up bit by bit and eventually it'll all come off. This is the hardest one of them all, so always good to do the hardest first. They get easy then, doesn't it? Okay, getting there. I'll say these have got all come off because there's components under all of them. There's also some hidden capacitors on these, which I'll show you later. There's a sync unit that's got some electrolytics in it, and also a DC to DC converter that's got electrolytics in it. They're very often overlooked in some of these kits. Right. I'll tell you, we're nearly there. 2 left to go. Yay, first one off. The rest are pretty straightforward compared to that. He says, and they won't come off now, don't they? These little shields. 2. The last one. My solder sucker's up to temperature now, so that might speed us up a little bit. Depending on how blocked it is at the time. Right. There's an SMD cap right there with that one, so can't use that for that because it will suck the cap clean off the board. Right. These are a lot easier to put back on than they are to take off originally. There we go. That's all the shields off. It does pay to take a picture of where they come off of as well, because it can be a pain in the neck trying to work out where on earth they all go and which one goes where. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything dodgy looking underneath any of this. So we've got two modules to take out. We've got this one, which is the sync unit, got to come out. And over here we've got the DC to DC converter that's got to come out. Well, they haven't got to, but you know, if you're going to go to the trouble of doing this, you might as well. They're a pain in the neck to get out, mind you. You do really need a desoldering tool. And where is it? It's those four. Does make it easier to do some of the other caps if this is out of the way. Now I've got to remember if that's all that's holding it in. No, it's not. Come on. There she blows. As you can see, we've got two little miniature capacitors in there. They'd probably be fine, but you just don't know. But sync does work on this radio. Let's get you in for a little bit closer view on that, because it's not something you see very often. See, we've got two little baby caps in there. Ben, how you doing? Joe's in. How you doing, Joe? Just catching up with the chat. Yeah, let's say there's only really two modules in this thing. and even the little sort of cans here, they've not flooded with the wax, although there is wax in some of them, but this one hasn't got it. There's a little bit of that nasty glue on that one, but no wax in these. So that's one module that's got to come out. There's a little tiny bit of stuff in there, and you see you've got a hole there for the little trimmer. So if you need to do an alignment on the sink, that's the little trimmer for the alignment. I've had to replace one of those before because it was just would not sync. Just how I discovered that these had caps in them. It is on the service manual, you can see it, but unless you physically pull one apart, you'd never know it was there. So that's the first module out. The second one is the DC to DC converter over here, so let's get that one out next. Zoom out a bit. It's like a load of components I've knocked on the floor, that's nice. Always good. I don't think there's ever been a stream where I've knocked a load of stuff on the floor, is there? Or stuff has fallen off a shelf. Seems to be a thing. They kindly put twisty things in here as well, just to make it that little bit more difficult to get out. Ooh, careful. Yeah, they've twisted that one there, that's great. Maybe there's a bit of braid on that, I think. Right, where's my eyes? Let's get the eyes on. Braid time. Too much, still trying to get used to these glasses. Struggling. I mean, why have they gone and twisted that terminal? It's not necessary, is it really? It's never going to come out. Stop you touching it, I suppose. There we are. And the little DC to DC converter module. Again, with two miniature caps in it. There we go. Okay. So where do we start? As I say, it does make it easier to get these caps here out with that module out of the way, because these are a pain normally with that module in the way. So that's going to make those a lot easier. So I tend to start from this side and work my way back. But I've got my notes from Adele, so I need to refer to those a minute, just to make sure that I get the what am I trying to say? They get the doodad day and the what's it. Did I do the audio caps right? Any transfo in the box? Transfo? Transformers? or transistors. There's no transformers in there. Oh yes, there is one. That's probably an inductor, is it? No, it is a transformer in the DC to DC converter. See, it says that folder's empty, but I put all the blimmin' things in here. Oh well. I'm going to have to just open all of these at once. Open. It's going to slow the computer down, no doubt. So let me get a bottle of Skinny. Open. Because I need that. "45% fewer calories, lad." Wow, look at me, healthy. Nice. Okay, let me crack through these pictures a minute. So cap 1, C87, remove 1 microfarad and install 0.47. So 0.47. So I think it's best if I do these first. Let me just show you Adele's pictures here because it's worth seeing these. So hopefully you're on my screen. Sure you are. So this one here has got to come out. Look, C87, which is up near the sync unit. Well, I've got that out already. So it's saying to replace the 1 microfarad and install a 0.47. The next one is C95, which is up by the volume slider. And just trying to see which way round that picture is. Yes, that way round. C95, that one's got to be changed to a 0.47, and this is for audio upgrades really. This one here, again up by the volume slider, by this 3-pin plug, 3-pin collector, it's not a plug. This one here has got to be changed, and we're putting a bipolar one in there. That's the one right next to the audio IC that you can just see there. So C99, this one here, remove the 100 microfarad and install a 100 microfarad bipolar. And C160, 161, they're changed anyway, look, 470. But this is the one that's slightly bulged on this radio. Just change it to another one. And the 330. So that's, I mean, the audio upgrades are really the bipolars there and changing these other ones to 0.47s. And that just shows you where the what's his names should be. Did you all get that? Copyright Adele. And while we're here, I will get Adele's I will get Adele's page up on eBay for you and stick it here. That's not the Adele I was looking for. Right, bear with me. 2001D audio. Here we go. Here we go. So this is the audio reception upgrade kit with the wideband filter. So you can see there's quite a lot in there. We've got all those caps and we've got a wideband filter. So can we get a link to that? Let's get Adele's page. It's probably easier to link. Visit profile. How can we share it? How can we share Adele's profile? We'll just have to go to this one. Then where are we? Pop it in here for you. So it's a lot easier to do this than it is to try and work them out for yourself, believe me, especially with the 2001D capacitor kits and all the others. I mean, you can see here all the different bits and pieces. He's got stuff that he's actually done himself. ICF Pro 80 repair kit. 2001D pre-owned, SW55 repair kit, SW1 kit. He's offering a repair and upgrade service on the 2001. Very reasonable, that actually. Yeah, Pro 80, they're a pain in the neck, so yeah, a bit more for that one. Again, quite reasonable. Dual op amps for the SW77. Cap kits, Panasonics. Air 7, problem of audio, that's a useful kit. Pro 80. There's loads of it here, that. So that's the audio kit. Again, very reasonable. Clint, how you doing, mate? Oh, hang on, am I on the right picture? Yes, I am. So I'm just looking for the 2001D upgrade. Reception, wideband filter, same thing. There's loads of it in here, as you can see. So Adele is an ex-Sony engineer, so well worth getting his stuff because he does know what he's up to. Loads and loads and loads. 2 pages, look. Let's try and see. I've been sent a couple of these. Here we go. Full repair kit and service manual. I've been sent this by someone that sent their radio in to me once. Sent me this kit as well. It was such a help. He's got a list of all the caps and where they go, and that's really useful. So yeah, I would suggest that you go and buy this rather than messing about trying to make the kit up yourself. Same with all the other repair kits there, really. Well worth going to Adele for. So where are we? So I think there's a lot of Clints followers that watch this channel. So if you're not a subscriber, then you've got to click on the link in my description. Electrosound, good afternoon to you, or good evening, I think, where you are. And Mr. Electrosound has got a YouTube channel and does streaming as well. Down under, I believe that's correct, isn't it? Sent me some information the other day, which was very useful. Right, let's crack on then. So I'm armed now with what bits I've got to take out, and I have got some bits that Adele sent me very kindly to do my radios with. And as usual, you never get around to doing your own stuff, do you? So it looks like I'm going to be using this again to sort Clints radio. Sent me some transistors as well. I've got the old stuff in here. So we're going to be putting in a couple new front end transistors. So let's crack on. Let's get these audio ones done first, because once they're done, then I can concentrate on the rest of the radio. This is what your radio looks like inside, Clint. Here you go. And you probably missed the start of the video, Clint, where I discovered a couple sheets of frequencies inside. Now, I don't know if these were yours or not, but these were inside the radio. So someone put them in the back tray, push the tray in, and they've fallen into the back of the radio. We've got some sort of like German writing on the back of one of them, so I don't know what the origins of the radio was, Clint, but yeah. How about that? So yeah, Mr. Electrosound gave me a few tips on streaming, what he uses, and I think he has a similar sort of problems to me, to be fair. But we all do. It's not easy streaming. Anyway, cheers everybody. So we're going to do the works to this. I think we're not doing the FM, Clint, are we? We're just doing the AM. Recap. Do the AM wide filter, put a narrow one in. New front end FETs. And remove the restricting inductor on there. And a green LED. You notice I've taken these out already, Clint. That's the little sync module and the DC-DC converter, which got little miniature caps in them as well to do. So loads of work. Loads of work. But worth doing. I think it will improve it. I wouldn't say it's going to be a massive improvement, but it will be an improvement. Right, let's get these caps out. So we know we've got that one down there, which has got the nasty stuff on it. So I'm just going to crack on, jump in and out of the chat amongst yourselves. So that cap's one and truly stuck on. This is the other one that's got to be changed. There's two there for sure. And backlight, yeah, green backlight for you. So, hey, Martin's back in. Seafront Hotel. Whereabouts are you, Martin? Tell us where you are. If you're in the seafront, are you down in the southwest, or are you on the south coast? East coast? So what's the history of this radio then, Clint? Give us a quick history. When did you get it? Where did you get it from? And what do you think those strange frequency lists are in the back? Are they yours or are they someone else's? I can't remember whether you bought this radio new or not. Right. Let me get the photos up. Let me get the chat up as well at the same time so I can see what you're all saying about me behind my back. Folkestone, moving towards the west. Nice. Bit of a tour then, is it, Martin? Right, so this one's got to come out and be replaced by a 0.047, so let's get that one out. I don't think it's bipolar, the 0.047. But, yeah. Let's get all my miniature caps out. Oh, I've already got them out. .47, it looks like I've got millions of those for some reason. Was that a 1? First new cap going in. I'm going to get my eyes on because I can't see these things these days. Despite having nice new glasses, they just don't work. So. First one in. Next one is this one. I've got to put a bipolar cap in that one. That one there. .47 bipolar. Let's say got back into shortwave in 2015 when you started the channel. Sony was from eBay. Okay, Clint. Yeah. I mean, it's, you realise that all of this Sony stuff is all your fault, Clint, don't you? Because I didn't have any Sony shortwave radios until I started watching your channel. And I think the 2001D, I was so impressed with it. I think that was the very first Sony shortwave portable that I bought, was that one. And that was 100% down to you. So, and then, you know, I've got hundreds of them now and I get inundated with requests to repair them. So it's all your fault, Clint. It's all Clint's fault. Right, so look at these capacitors. Okay, which ones are these? 47, 470, 100 bipolar, 0.47, 330s, 100 at 6.3. Right, I've got to find a 47 bipolar. I'm sure I bought some of those. Double check that that's not that one there. No. Nope. Let's have a look. I'm sure I've got some here somewhere. That's interesting. That's a 0.47 bipolar. 0.47 bipolar. Oh, maybe they've got to be bipolars then. Right. .47 bipolar. Tell you what, there's so much stuff here. 22 bipolar. 100 bipolar. Oh, I don't say I haven't got any 47s. 47. I bet you I have somewhere, you know. Wow. We'll just have to put a normal one in for the time being. If I can't find them for now, I'll have to order some in, won't I? I'm sure I got some of those, so. Unless I put them in here and mixed them all up, that's more likely. Probably just saw 47 and chucked them all in here, that's bad. Bipolars anywhere? Bipolar? Bipolar? No. Oh well, okay, we're gonna have to do that later then. What's a pain? I'm gonna put that one back in. Well, it's a new one in there for now. Yeah, I'm a bit confused now as to whether those .047s are bipolar or not. Yeah, so you want as a young kid? No, for £360. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Go to Cornwall and Glastonbury. Very nice. Cornwall's not far from me. You started a second-hand Sony movement. Yeah, well getting Mr. Electro sound, aren't they? Really good. All right, okay, Aaron. Aaron's just put that into Google Translate for us. Where on earth is my 47 microfarad bipolar caps gone then? Typical, isn't it? I thought I had everything. I thought I had it sorted today. I've got everything here to do the job, except the 47 microfarad bipolar caps that I need. You can bet your life they're somewhere though, can't you? Yeah, you can bet your life I've got them here somewhere handy. handy enough though. Okay, moving swiftly on then. $150, 10 years ago. James Farley, how you doing, mate? The only thing you were unsatisfied with your 2001 was strong signals near a weak signal which desensitized the radio. So that you might benefit from a narrower filter then, potentially. James, but welcome, mate. Okay, there's 2 done. Let's get these other ones done. There's a very bulgy looking one there, but so C90, what's that one? 0.1, I don't think that's one of the ones to do, is it? No, C99 is the 100 microfarad bipolar, which I think is that one in there. That one. And plenty 100 microfarad bipolars. Come on. It's like extracting teeth getting some of these out. C99, 100 microfarads. And we should have here 100 bipolar to go back in there. I swear I had one here a second ago. Yeah. Pardon me. Got loads of 100 bipolars. So it doesn't matter which way around that goes in. Yeah, certainly Clints channel started me off on the Sony hunt. So I had the 2001D. I got one off of eBay. I think I paid just under 200 quid for it. And obviously nothing had been done to it. It was just box standard, but it was really good. Unfortunately, the seller decided he was going to not package it up very well, and it got damaged, which was a shame. Alright, 161, let's get that one out. There's a 470. Volts. Oh no, it's a 330 in this one. Yeah, unusual. It's a 330. Should be a 470. Oh no, sorry. C160 is the 470. C161 is a 330. Is there any of this part of this radio then, Clint, that you think is lacking that could do with that improvement? Well, you've compared it to a lot of radios, haven't you? I think it even beat the SW77 in some aspects, didn't it? So done. Let's take that one out. Let's say I have tested these radios, every single capacitor before, to see if there's any of them that were a problem, and they're never really that bad, to be fair. They're all really good quality caps that Sony used back in the day, unlike today. But yeah, all really good Rubicons mainly. A couple other different ones they probably just had stock of at the time. Okay, that's those two done. They're usually the ones that are a problem. You never know, probably now I've said that, they'll be fine. I don't think there's any other bipolar ones to do, is there? I'm pretty sure those 1 microfarad should be bipolars though, 0.47s. Sheffield Steve, how you doing, mate? Yeah, getting there. A frequency calibration, not unless it's off frequency, James. I don't want to be touching too much on it. You've got a sick original 2001 that needs looking at, but the performance of that rig is inferior. Yeah, I've got one of those myself, Clint. I did repair one of those. Hi Chris, how are you? Just catch up with the chat. Slightly more sensitive than the SW77. A little SW100, really, Clint? I did an SW100. I don't know if that was yours or not. Well, I've done one. Yeah, I've got these two. These should be bipolar, I'm sure of it. I'm just trying to find Adele's list of caps. Hey! Thank you, Chris. Wow. Yeah, I've got a couple SW100s here. I bought one as a spares or repair that had the broken battery compartment issue, which I've sorted, and the other one has got issues on it. I can't remember what it was now. Right, let me just find this file. No, that's empty. Yeah, it doesn't say that the 0.47s need to be bipolar. Oh, well done, Aaron. I'm surprised you weren't. I mean, so yeah, I've got to find a 47 bipolar. I've got one here somewhere. If not, I'll have to order some in, but I have got one here somewhere, but I'll bugger if I can find it. Technical term, obviously. 22s, 0.47s. What are those there? I mean, one of those won't even fit in there. Nichicon Moose. Whoa, big money. Big money caps. Yeah, I'll have to have a word with Adele on that, just to see whether those 0.47s should be bipolars or not. I've got a mixture of both here, and I'm sure they came from Adele. Oh well. Let's crack on, because this will never get done, else. Cool. Shaky. What have we got there? That's got to be a 1 in it. Oh, 0.1. A 0.1. Unusual sizes, caps they put in these things. 0.1. You think they'd put a ceramic disc in there for 0.1, wouldn't you? But they didn't. Perhaps they didn't like them. Ceramic disc haters. All right, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think whose that was now, because I had to put new ribbon cables in it. And there was also one of the tactile switches was up the chute. I've got 2 here, I'll say, of my own, but just haven't got round to them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 done, 4, 5 done, 6 done. We are motoring now. It's like extracting teeth, but we'll get that one out first, and that is 10 microfarad. Be nice if I could get this recapped today, but I don't think we'll have enough time. Got 4 hours, mind you, or whatever's left of 4 hours. What's this one? One at 50. I've got two more 2001Ds to do. One for myself because I let Chris have my own 2001. Well, in fact, I've got 3 to do. I've got one that's been commissioned, so I've got to select one out of mine. I've got about 4 2001Ds or 5. I've got to select one of those for a customer that wants one. And I've got to do another one for myself because I now have no 2001D. Well, I've obviously got them, but none that I've modified that I would say are great performers. Because this does lift the sensitivity up quite a bit doing these caps, believe it or not. As I say, I've yet to find one with, well, I have had ones with bad caps. That's a lie, really. Those power supply caps, I've seen them bulged virtually open before. Alright, just those few done. Let's get in through here. That's that. They're done. They're done. Let's do these. Right next to SMD stuff, just to make them that little bit more difficult to get off. Thank you, Sony. Right. First one up is 4.7 at 25. Let's just go put a bit of flux on that because again it's all flowing everywhere here. Let's get the light down and the eyes on. Better. Yeah, that was the best 2001D I've ever had, that one, Chris. Literally did everything to that. Even did the FM mods to it. Well, not the FM mods as such, but just replacement filters in the FM section, which are great if you're doing a bit of FMDX in, but really it does knock the sensitivity of the FM section a fraction. So but if you've got a lot of close together FM stations, it does help. Come on, there's always one, isn't there? There's always one cap that just don't want to come out, and that's this one here, C102. I think he's seen the error of his ways, and he's going to come out now. And that is a 33 at 6.3. That's a bit over the top. Have a quick look at that section. Make sure nothing's touching. All good. Yeah, good. Okay. Where are we going next then? C162. Mauser, yeah, very good. I use Mauser for large orders because they can be quite expensive on postage, because it all comes from the US of A. So you do tend to get a bit of a surcharge on it unless you spend a certain amount, and then then it's free shipping. What is that one then? 330 at 6.3. At 10. Some stuff you can only get from Mauser though. One of the things is the 6.3 volt super caps for the SW77. Is it 6.3 volts? Or am I getting that wrong? I think it is, because a lot of them are 5.5s. And you need a 6.3 for the SW77. The 5.5 might work, but I like to try and go as exact as I can with it. Right, where else are we going here? That one's down, that one. It's got that one back there. Careful. Must have been. You've got to know your SW5 is now your current bedside radio attached to one of your Wellbrook loops. Very nice. How are you finding that's performing, Clint, since I did it? Because I know we had problems with the SSB on it. And I've not got a clue. I did so many things to try and improve that, but apparently it's a thing with them. I've had a few here that are exactly the same, and I've had the odd one that's been okay. But the majority are not good. Why is that one not coming out then? There we go. I've still got to try and sort you out a cover for that one, Clint. I cannot find yours anywhere. I've got one here on one of mine, so I'll let you have that. But yeah, I can't find your like soft case for it at all. 100 at 6.3 volts. At 10, negative there. Pardon me. Okay, we're really motoring now. Done all the ones on that section. We need to come around these now. Got that weird little chip on board thing there. And these are a pain in the neck to do if you haven't got that sync unit out of the way. Sony give these caps a really good bend when they put them in, just so as you can't get them out again. Come on. Oh, it's loose. There is a lot of electrolytic caps in these things, so if you're going to have a go at it yourself, then you're going to have your work cut out, that's for sure. Yeah, they're all loose. They're loose, that's loose. These up here. Oh, steady. Hot. Most of these up around this area are small values. Right, let's get those done. Yeah. No, I'll sort you one out, Clint, don't worry about that. You got 3 Wellbrooks now. I was going to buy one myself. Someone up in Weston-super-Mare had one for sale. I messaged him about it. It was pretty reasonable, but at the time I had other plans for antennas, and I didn't bother in the end. But I should have had that. I think it was 150 quid with the controller and everything with it, which is very reasonable for those. And I believe they're obviously still a going concern, so you can get bits for them still, which is always good. Right, first one coming out is a... I can't, it's so tiny, these things. I mean, look at the size of that. I mean, it's like a precursor to the SMD electrolytics, which cursed the SW77, which I think that was the predecessor to this. So 0.47, I believe that is. Let's double check that. Yeah, 0.47. For some reason, I've bought thousands of the blooming things. I went through all my little miniature caps last week and put them all in my box, and I couldn't believe how many 0.47s I'd bought for some reason. I must have thought I didn't have any, and instead of clicking on, unless it was in packs of 10, and I clicked on 10 packs of 10 or something like that, but I got hundreds of things now. What's on today at 2? Oh, the Grand Prix is on today. And the next one is another 47. I'm sure some of these have got 1s in them. 0.47. Yeah, maybe this is why I bought so many 0.47s then, because there's got so many in it. says PSN on the board there. Is that PlayStation Network? Are they compatible with the PlayStation Network? .7, that's one to confuse you, isn't it? Here comes the rain again. 4.7. I'm using mainly Nichicon caps in here. It's whatever I've actually got in stock. Most of these look to be Nichicons. Or I think Mr. UKCB Radio Servicing calls them Nichicons. I don't know how you pronounce it. Nichicons, Nichicons. Decent caps, that's all we know. Go on, take solder. We are getting around the board now. Well, I say that we're not. We're still stuck in one corner, but we're getting there. What's this one? Another 4.7. So I try and do all these radios in the order they come in. I keep a whiteboard up there with the list of all the ones I've got in for repair in the order they came in. So unless it's someone local that needs something doing quick or an urgent job, then I do tend to try and stick to that. So if you're waiting a while, it's because I've got loads of the things in to do. What is this one? Another 4.7. A lot of 4.7s and 0.47s. We got that right. What's this one? 0.47 just to try and catch us out there. Tell you what, if you didn't have your wits about you, you could get caught out with that easy, couldn't you? I've never really got my wits about me, so. So I'm really not sure what to do with the Christmas streams this year. Unfortunately, for my own fault, I miscalculated all my holidays this year, and I basically have got no holiday that I could take in December. So the streams this year are going to be all on work days, obviously, apart from the weekend. I know I said the C word, so apologies for that. Right, 1 at 50. Catch you soon, Electrosound. Catch up with the chat. Ooh. You're welcome, Clint. Catch you soon, mate. Thanks for dropping in. £400 for the Dutch Grand Prix tickets. Whoa. Catch you soon, Sandra. Thanks for dropping in. You're back. Crappy hotel Wi-Fi. Welcome back. Bauer have put Magic Christmas back on tab. Oh dear, Steve. I know, it's madness, isn't it? Oh dear. I'll tell you, it does fly by though, doesn't it? I think the older you get, the quicker it goes, you know. Don't know why. Okay, so I'm done up to there now. There's a sneaky little one hidden up there that I haven't done. C76. Oh, this is the one that's right up in all this junk up here, isn't it? All of this rubberized coating they put on. I think it's something to do with microphony or you basically got to peel this jelly like silicon material off to get to the cap to change, which is a bit of a pain, but got to be done. So you bet your life if you left that one, it'd be the one that causes you a problem. That does it. Didn't quite get all the muck off, that's why. It's like a rubberized, it's a silicon conformal coating I think they put on it. I just filled this area back in with a bit of hot glue when I finished. Similar sort of material, non-conductive. Cool, that wind's catching up. It just blew the garden chairs over, I think. Right, let's try that again. I've scraped off all the silicon. Better. Alright. And that is a 0.47 again. One problem with putting your tools on a magnetic tool holder is they pick up everything. This is stainless steel, of course, like tweezers. Yeah, good. Right, where are we then? So we've done... Did we do that one as well? No, we haven't done that one yet. One at 50. There's the old time going. 10 to 3, pretty good. Pretty good on my clock from Fat Tony. Hopefully Fat Tony's alright. I've not heard from Fat Tony for ages actually. Always a worry when you get to our age, isn't it? When you don't hear from someone for a while that is a regular. It's like poor old Doug and Mike, Mr. Racing Demon, both sadly passed away. Okay, so we've got done those in there. I think these up here, have I done these? Oh, there's actually some Nichicon caps in here. Try and work out which ones I've done and which ones I haven't now. So I've got 3 here to do. I mean, these are going to be fine, but you know. While you're in here, you've got to get them all done. Just that one then. here. Might as well get them all out while I'm at it. There's a bit of a cluster of them there. It does help having that desoldering tool for this job. I wouldn't like to try and do it with a desoldering gun, although you can. Not gun, I mean a desoldering solder sucker even. 47.6.3. You can do it with that, but it's tricky, believe me. Because these are very small and very tight together. So 10. Ooh. Drop the 10 in with the next size up there. And the last one. Down at 16. I've got a bit of a maze of wires now. We soldered them in one at a time, but I decided to stick them all in at the same time. Okay, now really motoring now. A lot of caps appearing on the desk. Whew. How are we doing? Let's catch up with the Dave Rhodes. How are you, mate? Good to see you. It's a while. Whew. Let's go have a quick break a minute. Let's have a look then. What have we got? Gingerbread nuts. .2010's still the same radio, really. I think just slightly different frequencies for the American market, Chris. I believe. No, not Mike Cass, Bob. It was Mike Racing Demon. Yeah, we've not seen Harvey ZX in for a while either, have we? Mustard ones are pretty good. I don't know where Mr. Rob Cross is today. He's normally in, but he's not about. I heard from him this morning, but I've not seen him since. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah, right, okay, so that's that little cluster there done. That one's done, so that side of the board is pretty much done now. Just this side to do. But there are less caps in this area, so we are more than halfway through the recap on this, apart from those two little modules. Right, coming across some, we've got some tantalums. Tend to leave them alone unless something goes wrong. So we've got one in here with a little bendy over thing going on. It's those two, and they're really tight together with an SMD component, so good luck getting these out. Where's that one? That's 100 at 6.3, bent at 90 degrees. Got there 100 at 10. Which way is it bent there? It's bent with that 10 there. That one done. Where are we now? Let's do that one next in there. They're all quite low value capsies, aren't they? There's the odd higher value one in the more power hungry parts of the circuit. One up here. Plenty in here. So they bent the legs so much of an angle on this, you can basically desolder them and just leave them in there till you're ready to pull them, and then pull them all in one go. Saves constantly picking up the same tool every time, a different tool every time, I mean. Where's that one? That is... in there. Right, that'll do for a minute. Let's get some of these out then, because that one is really wants to just drop out, that one, so let's do that one first before he drops right out. He says. So that one is a 330 at 6.3. Rubicon 330 at 10. Right, okay, back to where we were up here then. So is that one there was next in line, I believe. Ten at 16. We're going to get as far as we can today before Mrs. Cruncher arrives home, and then we're going to call it a day, and we'll pick it up again next Sunday. Don't think I'll feel the need to do anything in between because I've got those other radios I've got to try and finish off. .2 at 50 volts, that's a different one. Oh, it's a nice Panasonic shiny one, that is. Must be a fancy one, that. Ultra low ESR or something, I'm sure. Panic FC caps are really well made as well. There's a few like really nice brands out there. Rubicon. The Worth ones are pretty good. I say pretty good. I mean, there's very few in fact, I can't ever remember a new capacitor that I put in that's failed. But you can tell really when you look at a cap. I know it sounds a bit corny, but you can tell by looking at a cap really what the sort of quality of it is. You know, the case, if the plastic cover fits nicely, if all the text is right and everything lines up, it's just they've paid a bit more attention to detail, so it's going to be better quality. You know, saying that, I have got some of those green and gold caps which seem to work very well. 226.3 volts. .220, what size are those? 6.3, there we go. We've got a nice old pile of caps building up there. Big old pile of caps. What have we got there? Another 10 at 16. Which I'll catch up with chat in a minute because I need a well, I need to crack another bottle, I think. It's only right, really. Tell you what, it gets hot with that thing on your head. Right. Sending your Roberts iStream 3 for repair to their repair centre. Which repair centre is that? If it's Roberts themselves, then definitely send it into them. They'll just put a new board in it and send it back, mate. It should be fine. Yeah, my fibre is running great. I'm getting 800 and something megabits a second. Is Les in, is he? Welcome, Les. Didn't see you drop in there, mate. Still got Les's 2010 to do here as well. No, definitely 105 is the way to go. They do last longer. But yeah, Steve, if you're thinking about sending it to Roberts, then I would, because their fixed prices are really, really good. You know, for what, well, saying that, they've got the stuff there to do it. They can do it in minutes, I suppose, where it would take me hours, but yeah, they are really reasonable. At least I'll move that in a little bit. Oh, soldering iron's been on so long it's decided I've had enough and turned itself off. I don't know what a timeout is on this one, but we've exceeded it. Okay. Oh, we are really getting there now. This is making good progress, this is. Shouldn't speak too soon, should I? But I've only got a few left to do in this, on this board anyway. Okay, we're getting into the dodgy ones now. Well, this one is right in between a load of SMD stuff here. This one is very, oh, very tight. I keep knocking that off. Might as well just leave that down there. Keep knocking my desoldering station off. It's right smack bang in that can, this one. I just can't get my finger on it to wiggle it. And it's glued in as well. The famous Sony glue. It's like some sort of contact adhesive stuff. Nasty. They've obviously done it for a reason though. 100 at 6.3 again. 100 at 6.3, got some of those here in a minature flavour. 100 at 10, that'll do. I still didn't grab my beer then. I keep getting way late, don't I? I just don't know what's going on here. Done. Have we done that one? No, it's ready to be done. (22) at 6.3. (22) 6.3. So that's that one, do that one. Ten at 16. We are getting there. I'm sure I'm on a roll now. You know when you're cracking on well, you just don't want to stop. You want to just keep ploughing on. But let's make a stop and let's have a bottle of Skinny before it gets too hot. Whew. I test on Ookla recorder. BT deployed GPON, what's that? My download speed is something like 800 odd now, and my upload speed, which is the one I need for streaming, is around about 100, I believe. We could try a live Ookla test, couldn't we? I've not tried it on this computer yet, so it could be a load of rubbish. Shut some of these windows. Ookla. Let's run it live and see what it does. Could be rubbish. But what it was before was shocking. It doesn't like it because I'm streaming. Well, it's not that great, is it? I wonder if that's because I'm streaming. Yeah, that's not good. 85. Upload. My uploads looks like it's going to be more than the download speed. What's all that about? I don't know what's going on with that, because on the other computer over there it's like 800 odd upload speed. Sorry, download speed. It's weird, isn't it? How does that work? How does that work? Yeah, strange. I was saying try streaming on 21.6 on YouTube. Yeah, it's strange because there might be. This is this blimmin' laptop again, though, isn't it? This is what the issue is. Right, so I'm just doing one from my mobile phone now using the Wi-Fi. What is all that about, that? So on Wi-Fi, that's my speed, look. Don't know if you can see that. Over 800, look, download. Let's get the light off of it. So that's 818 download and 101 upload. So why is it slower on my computer hardwired? What is all that about? The screen's messy as hell. Yeah, what is all that about? So I got 818 download and 101 upload. Oh, stop it.
A neighborhood in Los Angeles.
Shush.
Put up for sale.
Shush. Trying to do something about Macy Gray now. It's this Gemini thing seems to have gone on on overdrive since the last update. Ah, I see. Yeah, this PC as well. I'll be better off switching to Wi-Fi, is what you're saying, and do the live stream on Wi-Fi. Is that right? Surely not. Okay, that's that one done. I think I've only got one more on this board, and that's this one in this can here. Okay, from left, that's across that capacitor there. Catch you soon, Martin. Have fun, have some fish and chips. Or some winkles. Or cockles. You can't go to the seaside and not have fish and chips, to be fair. It's illegal. 10 at 16. It's actually illegal to go to the seaside and not have fish and chips, I think. It should be a fine. You should get fined. Right, let's get the microscope over for this one because it's right near an SMD component, and it does look like there's a bit of a dry joint down there as well. So I'm just going to quickly get underneath this one. Not heard from our friend Rich, the secret engineer, either. Went about last week all this, so hopefully he's all okay and in his new accommodation. Just want to make sure this flows into the SMD cap and resistor, because it's got some. It's in parallel with an SMD capacitor and in series with a SMD resistor, all in the same place. Nice, got that one. Okay. Yeah, looking good. Right, is that board done? Have I recapped that whole board? I think I have. Okay, now there is some caps on this board, and I believe that there are recommendations to put a bipolar cap in that one as well. Let me just get the Kiwa mods thing up. High-speed network card. Yeah, this is a gaming laptop though, don't forget, Aaron. This is a Republic of Gamers laptop. It's Asus, I think, isn't it? I think it's Asus Republic of Gamers laptop, so it should have a decent card in it. It's got an 8th gen i7. Well, that's 50. They're on 15th gen now, aren't they, or something crazy? And it's got NVIDIA GeForce GTX card in it. It should be good, but I suppose it was good at the time. Fizz and seafood. I get up a bit of bubbly, Martin, are you? Bit of cava. Well, no, what's the English version? English, you want an English sparkling white, don't you? With your seafood. Right, what was I trying to do here? I want to get back on my iDrive and have a look at the Kiwa mods. Kiwa audio mods. Because I'm sure they recommend changing. One of these. No, it's not that one. That one. No. Where the hell is it? Oh, is it that one? Ah, yes. Yeah, this is interesting. So I'll bring this up. This is Kiwa or Kiwa. I don't believe they do these mods anymore, but back in the day, these were the people to go to soup your 2001D up, and they obviously recommend doing quite a few things. There's another, I don't know if it's that way. Yeah, so there's two pages to this, basically telling you on the mods to do. Yeah, so there's some chip capacitor mods. Bipolar. Yeah, that's on the back of the board, but this other one is the one we need just here. So it says replace the 470 electrolytic with a bipolar. So we're going to do that. And I meant to ask Clint if he wanted to do this battery backup thing. I suspect he would do, so I will do that. So you basically put a super cap in there and attach it across the positive and negative terminals of this computer battery. You know, the two AA cells. You put it across that, and it basically holds the memory if the radio gets knocked about, and it lets you change the battery, and it lasts quite a while actually. So I've got to find, I'm pretty sure I had a 470 in my stash of bipolars there, so I did do something right, I think. Did I have 470s in here? Am I cracking up? 100. $22. 47. 22. And then like a 100, 50, 100. Well, again, I thought I'd bought some 470 bipolar caps, but again, maybe I woke up and I hadn't bought them. How strange. Let me put that on my list a minute. So I want 470. '47 and 470 bipolar. Yeah, strange. I thought I had those. In fact, I was convinced I bought those. I just don't know where I put them. I put them in that special place that you can't find. Didn't put them in there, did I? No. Oh well. Whew. Where am I? Where is he? Where is he? There we go. Right, I'm going to skip Tutloo a minute. So you have a quick look at my handiwork. As rough as a badger's ass. And I'll be back with you very shortly. Dogs are kicking off. I don't think that's Mrs. Cruncher back yet. I don't know what the time is. Let's have a look at the time. 20 to 4. We're doing very well, actually. Very well. Right, won't be a sec. Right, back in the room. I was looking at the battery then, whether to see whether it's worth changing that, but I've still got 2 bars left, so should be good for the stream. Should be good for the rest of the stream. Yeah, I need to set mine to 5 gigs, Aaron. I'm not really sure how to do that. Steve is saying, seems to have the latest update of Windows 11 on the PC, so you didn't have any problems with that update that's been on YouTube. I don't think I have, Steve. I had problems on the TV because we got a smart TV, so YouTube stopped working on that. So basically you had to uninstall it and then reinstall the default original one that came with the telly, and it works fine again now. So I don't know. I put them in that safe place, Joe, yeah, where everything goes that you can never ever find again. I've definitely bought those. I 100% bought them because when the kit came through from Adele, I thought I must get some of those and make sure I get them done. So God knows what's doing that. Yeah, it's they're on the Sony forums, Ricardo. If you go into the groups IO for Sony 2001, 2010, 2010, 2001D, then you'll see them in there. Right, okay, let's have a think then. I'm going to have to put normal 470 back in there. I swear I had some bipolar ones, but you know. All those pretty coloured ones now, they got a stripe on them, so they're not bipolar. And 470 at 10. What's that? 476.3. Yeah, that'll do. So we're going to throw everything including the kitchen sink at this radio for Clint to make it the best 2010 on the planet. Well, second best because Chris has got the other one. A joint first. I've done a cracking one for Les here as well that I need to get the pots done on it, not the pots, the capacitor trimmers done on it because it's crackling. Now this is one of the later boards. It's already got the diode protection on it, so we can't do that. No need to do it. And by diode protection, I'll show you what I mean. The earlier sets haven't got this, but the later ones did. Sony added it in after I think they had lots of problems. If I switch you over to the microscope, I'm sure you'll be able to see that. Yeah, so can you see that transistor in there? It's a little bit glary. If I turn it sort of on the side there, you might see it. Marked A7. Just see if I can get that a bit sharper. There you go. So that is the front end diode protection that Sony did. So basically it's an SMD diode. I'm trying to find something to point with, but it's like always you can't find anything when you want it. So they've connected the two together. I think that's the emitter and base together, and then you've got the collector up here. I believe that's the orientation. Well, no, sorry, hang on. No, what are you cracking up, Graham? It's a series diode package. So diode goes up and then back in that sort of formation, and that just protects the front end from static. I do that. Some of the sets haven't got this. Certainly the older ones definitely haven't got this in it. They've got no protection at all. So I think Sony added that as an afterthought. You can tell it's not legit, is it? Okay. Floppy drives. Yeah, Windows 3.1, Windows for Work groups, remember that? Windows for Work groups. Microsoft DOS, MS-DOS, DOS Shell. I used to do loads of stuff on computers when I was younger. I remember ditching my Amiga to buy a PC. One of the early PCs. I can't remember who the make was. I think it was Compaq, maybe? Would it be Compaq? One of the first ones? Or it might have been IBM, actually. It was one of the big names back in the day. Right, so there's still some more to do on this board. Let's get these done. Desolder them all in one go. So I've got to do the I've got to do the transistors on this board as well. And pop the leg out of the pardon me, inductor. Sorry, sound like a politician then, don't I? Taking my time to get my comments out. 10 at 16. There's one sneakily hidden over here. .22 at 6.3. Let's get them soldered in a minute. Actually, I need to get the microscope out for this one because one of the terminals for this one is right where they put their... Oh, what was that there? It's right where they put that little diode. I'll show you what I mean. No, microscope, I want that one. Yeah, so you can see the little diode package here. You've got two legs, you've got this leg and this leg, both joined to this terminal with the capacitor. What's that noise? Strange noise, what's that all about? Huh. Oh, my printer's doing a firmware update. What about that? So I'm going to make sure that all that's soldered up together. Tried to be a little bit neater than Sony there, but I take it these were retrofitted to boards before they run out. There we go. So we've got to take this out anyway, because you've got to put another transistor in here and here anyway. Q303 and 302. They're both going to be done. But yeah, 2 more capacitors to do on this board, and then we're pretty much recapped, apart from those little module things which we've got to do as well. So 1 at 50. And 10 at 16. Dogs are on edge down there because Mummy's at work, so they've been waiting all day since she left for her to come back home again. Coco and Maddie, mad dogs. Right, that's all those done. Let's pull these transistors out while we're here. God, tell you what, I can't see sort of all these glasses. Hot. Right, let's pop those out. Now this radio is performing very well actually, so I will keep these back just in case. So these are 2SK1521s, so the original ones. 2SK1521s, and I'm going to put in, if I can find a couple. Where are you? Two SK1524s. They're supposed to be a better spec, and also a bit more robust. Again, nothing wrong with the existing ones, they are working fine. But as I say, we're doing a sort of upgrade to this radio. Restoration, upgrade, whatever you want to call it. And one of these is for the ferrite loop amplifier for that. The other one is the main RF amp for AM. I mean, I've not found any difference between the 2SK 153 and 154. I think that radio of yours, Chris, has got the 153s in it. I put in that one. And I did one for Rob Head as well. I think that had the 153s. There we go, that's those done. Still got the floppy drive, well, still got all the Amiga. I've got a massive great box full of YouTube Crasher browser for it. Yeah, I've still got a huge box. Commodore 64. I've got loads of Commodore 64s here if anyone's in the market for a Commodore 64. Right, okay, what else have we got to do? We've got to lift this this one here out. So where's my little list of stuff? Here we go. Sony mods list. Yeah, remove L305. We need to remove L305, which I was right, it is the one I thought it was. 305 is that one. That gives you improved performance for low-end DXing, like medium wave, long wave. If you're into long wave, medium wave DXing, that's it's a great little mod. So what I do on that is lift that out of the board, leave one end connected, straighten that out, just put a little bit of heat shrink on that, so if anybody does live near a strong broadcast transmitter, so if you've got a BBC transmitter right next to your house, then you may want to reconnect that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of heat shrink over that, just to tidy it up a bit. Will that fit on it? Yeah. Stop it shorting on anything. Let's find my heat gun. Done. Nice. So that's that board done, apart from changing that one for 470 bipolar. Okay, so that board's pretty much sorted. I mean, there's a massive, great pile of caps, and some of them I've chucked in a tin, but you can see the amount of capacitors I've had to change in this thing so far. Let's say I've chucked some in the tin with all the nuts and bolts, screws and that. What have I put in there? There's only a couple in there, to be fair. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of caps. That's the ones that I'm stuck to me hand or falling on the floor. I don't know how many that is, but as I say, we're still going. There is one to do on the little LED board as well, I believe. Yeah, there's one to do on here as well. Don't forget that one. I always forget that. In fact, I'm going to do that now. It's like a little bit of plastic to stop it shorting out on anything there. What is that? That is a 10 at 16 for a change. There we go. Solder that one on. Making sure I'm still in shot. Collect my camera. There we go. That one done. Let's move that little bit of plastic back over where it goes. That one done. It's a lot of capacitors, isn't it? And transistors. Right, let's get these done next. So this one. Oh, look what they've done. Look what they've done on that. They've stuck a load of tape underneath it and like a little plastic thing with this fiberglass type tape on it. Stop it shorting out. It's almost like an afterthought, isn't it? It's like this. It must be handmade, this. You wouldn't get a machine that would do this, would you? That would stick a bit of plastic and some sticky tape on the bottom. Can I peel that back just enough to do that? I'm gonna have to stick it back on again, aren't I? Right, let's see if we can get these two out. What have we got then? We've got like a 22 at 6.3 there. Yeah, board's marked. A 22 at 16, unusual. Mind you, it is DC to DC converter, so I don't know what voltage it steps it up to. It might step it up a bit higher, you know. Let's pull that off first. 22 at 16 volts. That is marked correct. So we're going to go one better than that. We're going to put a 22 at 35 volts in there, if it'll fit. Should do. Where was that 22 at 16 I just took out? Yep, same footprint, ideal. Okay, you're going to stand up there nice. I was looking for my cutters then, and they're right there, look. Dear, oh dear. And I'm going to put in place of the 6.3, I'm going to chuck a 16. Oh no, I'm not. I'll put another 6.3. Okay, I lied. Do you know I will put a 16 if I've got one? No. At 6.3 it is then. Okay, that's those two done. Let's see if we can put its little little house back together. Tell you what I didn't do is see which way round it was I took it out. Oh dear, does it matter? Does it matter? Let's have a look. So that's that way. Yeah, it was that way because that bit of tape wrapped around. Oh, okay, that's that one done. Right, sync unit, let's get that one done as well. We're on a roll. Let's get all the recapping done today. That's ideal. More than I thought we'd get done today, to be fair. Right, got one there. my soldering station wants to leave the bench again, so we'll let it. 33 at 6.3. Smallest I've got is 33 at 35. Wants to come out as well. Okay, it don't matter, I can so what's this? 33 at 6.3. Put a little bit of silicon back on that it came with factory. So again, I can't remember which way that went in. So have a look here. Where's this sync thing? This sync thing was a pain in the backside. .50-50 chance, and there it is. Right, okay, that's those two recapped as well, so that's all the caps done. I don't think there's anything missing. I've got to do a filter, now I believe it's the wide filter. That's the... which one is it? I think it's the wide filter, the second one. CFW1 or W2. It's one of those two that we've got to change. And I've forgotten which one it is. I've forgotten which one it is. It's CFW1. It is CFW1, so it is the one I thought it was. This one here. I think is it that one? Yes, CFW1. Now I think there's one left in one of these kits. I have got some of these myself, but I used the one out of a Dell's kit because I did replace all of the bits. Make sure that is a brand new one. Yeah. No, it's not. That's one that I've already changed. Right, so I need to find my filters now then. I need to find my filters. Where are they? Anybody know? Right, let's get this thing off my head because my head's sweating. So basically what this filter does, it just narrows down the AM wide setting just to make it a bit more usable. That's Rob's in. Where was he? You on roller coasters? Roller coasters? Roller coasters even, Rob. Welcome, mate. We wonder where you were. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Rob. Good man. Oh. Right, I lost track of what I was doing. Okay, yeah, I need to get to my component lists, which means I've got to go on to Chrome and find the filters. Don't think I need that anymore, do I? Go on, Google Drive. Some J there, that's that one. Just trying to find my filters that I bought. Place of wide filter, box 15. Apparently I've got 9 of them in box 15. Wow, look at me being organised. Box 15, where are you? 10, 14, 11, 9, 8. Where's box 15? Is there such a box as 15, 17? Where the hell is box 15? Anybody know? Oh, up there. Let's see it. Really? Can I squeeze them in there? Oh yeah. They are definitely in box 15. There we go. Now, I have had one of these that actually failed, one of these little filters. Put a filter in and it was shockingly bad on AM, and it was the filter. I pulled it back out and put another one in and it was fine. So, you know, something to be aware of if you do decide to change these filters. I don't think it was one of Adele's. I think it was one that I bought in. Oh, I'm not sure. It might have been. I can't remember. Right, let's put a blob of flux on a couple pins. Let's grab some solder on the iron and just tack that in. Now, the original Murata filters are no longer available, so these are Chinese equivalents. But they do work. They do work, and they work well. Just gives a bit more channel selectivity, a bit more distance between the stations. If you've got a couple really strong adjacent stations, so like Jason Statham then, didn't it? Adjacent stations, then it helps. Well, that's strange. I just soldered that in, but they've only soldered on one side. Okay, that's the filter done as well. We are on a roll. We are on a roll. Got some new caps in with the old ones there. Right, do we risk putting this back in? Of course we do. It's got to go back in, no point being out. Well, that went in surprisingly well. Let's solder that in. That's the sink unit going back in. Sounds like a plumbing situation, doesn't it? Come on. Get the board hot. You know you want to. Thank you. It smells like it's on fire. Okay, that's that one in. Let's put the DC to DC converter in, back in. Of course, this was twisted, wasn't it? Said the old Sony twisting it. Makes it easier to solder, I suppose. Alright, okay. That's that one in. We are really flying now. Couple of little servicing jobs while we're in here then. So we're going to do the old slider there. Whew. Catch up with the chat. Rolf's in. How you doing, Rolf? Thanks, Chris. He is going to have a beauty, isn't he? You have a couple of shortwave realistics. It was ones with an inbuilt tape deck. Yeah, don't put them in the bin, mate. Could certainly do a Christmas giveaway on those, Rolf. Pop me an email. It's had a lot of work, hasn't it, Aaron? Dids. Gather no finger. No, I've got the old skinny dids. But I might treat myself to a finger. What do you think? I might have to see if I can get one for next week. So I'm just going to use some of this deoxit fader lube. Little tiny bit in there. On both tracks, just run it up and down. And also the AM RF gain. Done. Well, let me think. What have I got left to do? I need the hot glue. So what I've got the hot glue, let's pop that on a minute. Hot glue, I need to do the back of the battery compartment. So basically in this little tag here, can you see this? This is the positive of the AA battery. Well, it's literally just two little tiny bits of plastic upended. Let me get you a closer view. Two little bits of plastic upended with a terminal shoved in it. And what happens is your little tiny bit of plastic there, it's difficult to show you on camera actually. What happens is the battery's constantly being put in and out, pushes that this way, and it snaps these two bits of plastic, and your radio will never work again. Because without the computer batteries, it won't bring the radio on. This powers the microprocessor. So all I do is put a little blob of hot glue in behind there just to stabilize it and stop it being able to move that way. So let's do that. Mrs. Cruncher should be back now as well. I think the dogs have just ran out the back, so whether that is a sign that Mrs. Cruncher is in the building. Yes! Ooh, that's good timing because I'm pretty much done here now for today. So let's do that. Let's put our little blob of hot glue just in that gap behind there. I'm trying to get it in camera shot for you. No, it needs to be out here further, doesn't it? Right. So literally just going to put some in there. And that is enough to stop that snapping off in future. That's that bit. And the only other bit I've got a hot glue, and my glue stick looks like it's just about gone, is that little bit of silicone there where I use a wet finger to flatten that down, where I took that gel stuff out just to seal that back up. And that is done for today. So there you are. Whew. That was very good timing, wasn't it? Very good timing. H. Neil, welcome from Poland, mate. Just as I'm going to go. You've been rushing around to watch it live stream. Yeah, no, that'd be great, Rolf. DX392. If it's, I might keep one. I might keep one and raffle one off, and well, not raffle, but give one away. If it's the shortwave radio with the little cassette recorder, I think they're great idea, because I mean I used to connect up my airband scanner to a tape deck, and then when I come home from work in the evening I just play it back and see if it captured anything. Anyway, people, thanks Rob. That's it. I'm not really sure yet, Joe. Not really sure. I'll try and be normal sort of time. We've got less to do next week. I've literally just got to put it back together and see if it works. I've got to do the LED. I've got to do the LED, and I need to get those two other bipolar caps done, and then it's job done, and away we go. I don't think there's any other caps on the other board. I believe it's just that. There's no super cap on that one. So there you are. Oh well, Rampton, welcome, mate. Ernest, thanks, Ernest. So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, people. You know, give it a like if you've watched and you've enjoyed it. I mean, if it's rubbish, you can give it the thumbs down, but you know, give it a like. And I will catch you next week. Hope you've enjoyed that. It's been fun. as always. And have a good week. I am doing a weekly update now on Patreon, and I must pop that across to the channel members, because the Pro 80 I did last week, I've just got a little video of that one finished, sort of, with its issues. So interesting watching, and happy for anybody to let me know what they think that is. Anyway, cheers for now, everybody. Have a good one, and see you next week.